Hey, 7th graders, this is Mr. Aller with another one of our flipped lesson videos. I'm actually making a new video on this topic just because our last one was a little long. Hopefully we can shorten this one up. And this is going to be the first one we've done remotely. So we're going to try to do this with fill in the blank notes. Hopefully that works as something to try to kind of compare to doing it through a Word document that you then submit, or through something right embedded into Schoology that I can then go in and check. But without further ado, let's get going here. All right, so we're going to talk about 7-up sentences, and this is going to be something that is going to be really important for you throughout this year. It's going to be different, however, than RAG and we'll talk about the differences between 7-up sentences and RAG as we go through the video. So first of all, your 7-up sentence, why is it called the 7-up sentence? It has to be 7 or more words. Now I give you one of those words. Next week we're going to start our assigned vocabulary words, and you're going to get at least one, in some cases maybe 2 words are going to be given to you. You have to use that word. You can use different forms of the word if you want. Next week, I don't think this is one of our words, but one of our words later on will be the word political. You could write politics, you could write politician, all right, instead of that word. Or for history, you could use historical, and things like that. So it doesn't just have to be the exact usage of the word. You can change up that word to use as you want, but it has to be 7 words or more, and it has to have that vocabulary word in it. That's your first step. Your second step, there's a million or so actually. Sorry, I thought I made some changes to this slide, but I thought I didn't finish them, but looks like they're okay. So out of the millions of words in the English language that you can use, these are some ones that you shouldn't. Okay? It's, theys, them, those at the start of your sentence. We're talking history. You should know what it is that you're talking about. You should know who they are, who them are. You should know what the this is. You should know what you're talking about with those. Instead of saying it, you should be able to say the event you're talking about. Instead of they, the people you're talking about, etc. Nowhere in a 7-up sentence should you ever use the word I. Okay? I know it's yours. Your name is on the page, that your name is on what you hit submit on. Okay? It is going, I understand that it is yours. You do not need to use the word I. Okay? Why? These words do not show that you know what the word means. Okay? If you're just putting its and thems and all these unspecific words, I don't know that you know what that word means. Okay? And in the back of your head, you should always have this saying in social studies class. If you want anything, in this case a sentence, to be terrific, you need to be specific. I talk about our vocabulary words like learning the language of social studies, like you would learn Spanish or French. Okay? If you can use these vocabulary words in sentences, no test or quiz I ever give you is going to be difficult. Okay? It is going to be nice and easy if you can use these words in conjunction with each other. Okay? All right, so then once you got your sentence written, you're going to check it over, and this is going to be a big help for me. It's going to be a big help for you. Underline the vocabulary word in your sentence. Now, online with a virtual world, we're going to have to figure out, if you're typing it, you just, Control U, and that'll underline it for you. That's going to do 2 things, right? That's going to let you know that you've used the vocabulary word, and that's going to make it really easy when I read 120 of these things to find the vocabulary word. Okay? The other thing about your vocabulary words, and these have to be underlined as well, you will get 5 vocabulary words in each vocabulary foldable. You can use those words in conjunction with each other for bonus points. So if I write a sentence that has 3 vocabulary words in it and I do it correctly, I get 1 for the correct word, and then I can get 2 bonus points. And I will keep track of those bonus points. We'll talk a little bit later about that. Last year we had a pretty healthy competition throughout the year where I was giving those bonus points and people say bonus points don't matter. They did. I put bonus points on quizzes. I put bonus points on tests. I put bonus points on people's midterms. If you're working hard, doing what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it, I will reward you for that. And if that's something that you have questions on, that could be something we talk about during one of those Wednesday Zoom meetings, because you're going to be getting your first vocab list next week. Show what you know. Okay, I need to be able to read your sentence and know you know what the vocabulary word means. Okay. No purple sentences. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but we coined this term because it works with 7th grade minds. If I can take the vocabulary word out and put purple in your sentence, and that word still makes sense, or that sentence still makes sense, it's not a good sentence. Okay, and I'll show you some examples of those through warm-ups, through a bunch of different activities, so that we can work on that and getting those sentences out of there. Okay? So show what you know. I need to be able to read your sentence and say, this person knows what that vocabulary word means. Your sentence needs to be historically accurate, okay, to a point. This is a tough thing for 7th graders, and you're going to hear me say this a lot. Keep your sentences in the context, and context is going to be one of our vocabulary words, of our class. Keep it in the historical context. I know some of the words, like a word like political, it's very easy to talk about, try to bring it in and wrap it into what's going on today, but that may be hard for some students, and sometimes that leads students to kind of not getting exactly what they need to get. Okay, so make sure you are being historically accurate. Do not write about events you don't know about. Okay, this is the easiest way for me to find out if you're cheating. I know there's things out there on Google. You plug a vocab word in there, it gives you a sentence. But if you're talking about the War of Spanish Succession, guess what? I'm going to make you stand up in class and explain to everybody the War of Spanish Succession. Keep it in the context of the classroom. Keep it simple, silly. Don't write about what you don't know about, and focus your sentences. All right, that's it for this. I chopped off about 3 or 4 minutes off of this lesson. Again, we're going to be doing this one together, so hopefully we can work out all the kinks of our with our Ed puzzles. All right, till next time, 7th graders, Ellard out.